year begins, many parents are thinking not only about the classes their kids are going to be taking in school, but also what they need to do after.
Board-certified behavioral analyst Crystal Henderson. It's a great title. I love that. It's going to tell us the benefits of signing your kids up for extracurricular activities. Welcome back.
Thank you. Yes, it's good to be here.
So extracurricular, like sports, dance, anything? Or?
Yeah, so extracurricular activities have so many benefits for children. I mean, from social, emotional, behavior, academics, to expanding their current expertise areas, to even trying new tasks and experiencing new things. And when you can think about extracurricular activities, you can kind of break them down into 4 categories. So you have your school ones, which usually consist of sportings, clubs, and then music, as well as your community ones, which you can think of 4-H, Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts, which those clubs definitely have a wide variety of things, from cooking to animals to sewing. I mean, it's just such a wide variety. And then you have even faith-based. You could look at your church too to see kind of what activities they have within your church and or other churches within the community. And then sometimes that specialized tutoring is needed, you know, for some academics, maybe in math or reading, that you look into some specialized types of tutoring. But some things to think about when you're looking at activities is what research has found to think of the acronym SAFE. So the S stands for sequence. So you want to make sure there's a sequence of activities, that there's structure within the activity that your child is joining. And then the A stands for active learning. What are they going to be learning? Is it going to be hands-on? Are they going to be participants? And how are you going to help facilitate them to be participants versus, you know, are they just going to let my child, if they choose not to do it, to go stand in the corner and not get the full benefit of it? And another thing that you can think about too, if your child does have some social anxiety of bigger groups, one thing Heart of Behavior does as well is we'll actually come to the home and help facilitate peer dates. So meaning just starting with one child in the home and start facilitating that social interaction, and then expand to 2 peers to 3 peers, and then gradually get into more of that group type setting too. So that's also something to think about. And then the F stands for focused. So focused on that social, emotional development and those behaviors that we want to see in all our kids grow. And then the E stands for explicit goals. So what are the goals for the activity? What do I really hope for my child to get out of it? And what does my child even want to get out of it? What do they look forward to in that? And you also want to consider the ratio of, you know, staff to kids. Usually it's 1 to 15, you know, too, to consider how much, you know, maybe if your child needs that little extra push, you maybe want to maybe have someone go with them to help facilitate that too as well, to make sure they are participating, if that's kind of not a given that they make every effort to get your child to participate versus their choice.
Suggestions on too many extracurricular activities? You know, you see some parents are just slam the calendar full and they're racing all over the place. Is that good, not so good?
It really depends on your child, their personality, and what they strive off of. And things to look for if maybe they are being overstretched is your child tired? Are they starting to slip in other areas such as academics or school? Those are 2 key things you really want to look for if you're overexerting your child. And then even look for if they're kind of moaning or groaning about wanting to go do them, which could be multiple factors that you may want to consider that could be going on versus just, you know, they're overstretched. You know, it could be maybe something, there's maybe a peer giving them a hard time, or they could be just be simply tired of it and want to try something new or something different and get into some other activity. But technically there's really no, you know, a decade ago there was this so-called overscheduled child that, you know, parents are getting overly concerned about, but it's really more based on your child and their personality and respecting that as well. Some of our kids need that, that you know, that weekend of where, okay, I just don't want to be social, I just, you know, want to do my own thing, and that's perfectly fine. But at the same time too, you also want to think about trying to support your children into trying new things, because that really helps build confidence and independence, and knowing like, yeah, I can try anything, versus walking in with anxiety and nervousness because it's new. You know, new things should be embraced as exciting and somewhat challenging.
Yeah, and we'll have much more on this after a quick break.